In January 2016, Shandong Digihuman Technology Culture Limited, Shandong 数字人科技股份有限公司, headquartered in Jinan's high-tech zone, listed on the National Equities Exchange and Quotations under stock code 835670, giving Shandong's emerging digital human sector its first publicly traded enterprise. The company had spent the previous 14 years building China's first systematic digital human anatomy system for medical education, and its capital markets entry positioned it as the province's foundational institution in the space. Also during 2016, Goertek Inc., Goertek, headquartered in Weifang, rebranded from its earlier name Goertek Acoustics, and by that year, its virtual reality hardware output accounted for approximately 70% of the global mid to high-end VR market by volume, supplying headsets for Sony PSVR and Facebook's Oculus platform. The company's scale in Weifang made Shandong an indispensable node in the global VR supply chain. At Shandong University's Shandong Daxue, Weihai campus, researcher Bian Yulong published a scholarly framework paper on virtual reality and flow state psychology that year, laying early academic groundwork for the university's engagement with virtual human systems. In January 2017, Goertek made a strategic investment of approximately $24.6 million for a stake in Kopin Corporation, a United States-based microdisplay company, to secure access to key lens technology for advanced VR headsets. This transaction occurred outside Shandong, but strengthened the Weifang company's position in the global hardware supply chain. From April 2017, Shandong University's Weihai campus formally supported a fund research project led by Bian Yulong on the application of virtual human personality and feedback design in anxiety coping training for shy individuals, one of the earliest projects at any Shandong institution to study virtual human personality in a therapeutic and psychological context. In 2018, Shandong Digihuman Technology received the National Teaching Achievement Second Prize, recognizing the national reach of its China Digital Human Anatomy System across medical colleges. The Bian Yulong project concluded in December 2019 after more than 2.5 years of investigation into virtual human-mediated psychological interventions conducted at the Weihai campus. In June 2019, Goertek established the Qingdao Virtual Reality Research Institute, Qingdao 虚拟现实研究院, in Qingdao, creating a dedicated local research base for VR innovation to complement its manufacturing presence in Weifang. By 2021, the combined VR industry chain in Shandong encompassed 243 enterprises, generating more than 60 billion yuan in annual revenue, with VR product shipments exceeding 10 million units, and Goertek's operations across Weifang and Qingdao remained the structural backbone of that chain throughout. In May 2020, Qilu Yidian, the digital news platform of Qilu Evening News under Shandong Radio and Television Station, deployed an AI news presenter called Xiaoyi, for automated reporting during National 2 Sessions coverage in Jinan. While Xiaoyi functioned primarily as a text-to-speech newsreader rather than a fully realized visual digital human character, the deployment marked Shandong Media's first public experiment with AI-driven presenter figures. In December 2020, Shandong Digihuman Technology completed a select-tier initial public offering financing round on the National Equities Exchange and Quotations, raising additional capital as it prepared for a more consequential market transition. In January 2021, products developed by the Shandong University Digital Human Research Institute, Shandong Daxue, 数字人研究院, led by Professor Liu Shuwei, passed expert appraisal by the China Anatomy Society in Jinan, with both the high-definition digital human virtual anatomy table system and the digital human high-definition tomography three-dimensional printing model certified as reaching international advanced level. These certifications affirm the institute's standing at the frontier of anatomical digital human science within China. In July 2021, the Shandong Provincial Government published the Shandong Province 14th Five-Year Digital Strong Province Construction Plan, 山东省十四五数字强省建设规划, designating virtual reality and augmented reality as key technology directions, and identifying Qingdao as a targeted VR innovation base, embedding the province's digital infrastructure ambitions in formal policy for the first time at this tier. In November 2021, Shandong Digihuman Technology became one of the inaugural batch of companies listed on the newly established Beijing Stock Exchange, retaining stock code 835670, with total capital raised from public markets reaching approximately 8.3 million US dollars, supplemented by roughly 20 million yuan in government research grants accumulated over the company's history. By this point, its anatomy product had been deployed in more than 500 medical colleges and physician training centers across China, and the company had built an export presence in more than 40 countries, all from its base in Jinan. In March 2022, the Shandong Provincial Department of Industry and Information Technology and 6 co-issuing departments published the 3-year action plan for promoting high-quality development of the virtual reality industry, covering 2022 through 2024, 山东省推动虚拟现实产业高质量发展3年行动计划 2022到2024年. The plan established a 1+4+ and regional layout with Qingdao as the central hub and Jinan, Weifang, Yantai, and Weihai as supporting cities, targeting a 100 billion yuan VR industry base and referencing the metaverse as an emerging frontier to be cultivated. In May 2022, Qingdao published its own VR industry development action plan for 2022 through 2024, targeting industry scale exceeding 200 billion yuan by 2024 and designating Laoshan District as the city's core VR hub. In June 2022, the Shandong Provincial Government Office issued detailed VR industry policy measures offering subsidies of up to 3 million yuan for VR public experience centers, for additional research and development expense deductions for VR manufacturers, and one-time subsidies of up to 2 million yuan for VR enterprises pursuing initial public offerings. In July 2022, the Digital Human City Ambassador Qingdao Xiaoman was officially launched in Qingdao by Shandong Jindong Digital Creative Consultancy, Shandong Jindong 数字创意股份有限公司, operating under the guidance of the Qingdao Municipal Government Press Office. The character made her first appearance on a naked-eye 3-dimensional large screen at Baisheng Plaza on Zhongshan Road in Shinan District, where she was presented as the Cultural Tourism Promotion Ambassador for the district. Named using the Qingdao dialect term for a young woman, Xiaoman was the city's first city-level virtual intelligent digital human intellectual property character, and her launch represented a direct investment by local government in a photorealistic ambassador persona for civic and cultural branding. In early September 2022, the ultra-realistic cultural heritage Digihuman Banjiao debuted at the 9th China Museum and Related Products and Technologies Expo at the Zhengzhou International Convention and Exhibition Center in Henan Province. Banjiao was created by Guangzhou Frontop Digital Creative Technology Co-Chao Ltd. 扬州翻托数字创意科技股份有限公司 and co-hosted live streams with museum experts in a dedicated digital human live room organized jointly with Wenbo Circle, Wenbo Quan. This event occurred outside Shandong, though the Wenbo Circle connection brought the production into contact with Shandong cultural heritage networks. In September 2022, at the 3rd China International Cultural Tourism Expo in Jinan, digitally reconstructed facial representations of Song Dynasty poet Li Qingdao, and her contemporary Xin were created using AI face recognition technology provided by SenseTime, Shangtan KG, and displayed as holographic projections in the metaverse exhibition hall of the Shandong Handmade, Shandong Shouzao, Exhibition Experience Center, with exhibition hall director Yang Gexen explaining the reconstruction process to attending media. This constituted one of the first deployments of AI-generated historical figure digital humans at a major cultural event held in Shandong. In December 2022, Shandong Radio and Television Station established the Metaverse and AI Innovation Laboratory, Shandong Yanbo Dianshi Taiyuan Yuzhou 机人工智能创新实验室 in Jinan, operated through its subsidiary Shandong Yiqianhe Digital Technology Company Limited, 山东一千和数字科技有限公司. The laboratory was formed in collaboration with the Tsinghua University Metaverse Culture Laboratory, 清华大学院宇宙文化实验室, the Beijing CAS Innovation Development Research Institute, 北京中科创新发展研究院, the Zhejiang Digital Content Research Institute, the Nankai University Joint Metaverse Laboratory, and 15 first batch member companies drawn from the industry. Also in December 2022, the city of Jinan published its own Metaverse Industry Action Plan covering 2022 through 2025, providing municipal-level policy backing for digital human and related Metaverse initiatives within the provincial capital. In January 2023, Shandong Radio and Television Station introduced Hailan, its first ultra-realistic female digital host, developed through the Metaverse and AI Innovation Laboratory by Shandong Yiqianhe Digital Technology. The character's name, meaning the blue of the sea, was drawn from a classical phrase evoking Shandong's cultural and geographic identity. In March 2023, Hailan appeared as a commentator on the flagship Shandong News broadcast, Shandong Xinwen Lianbo, making the station the first provincial-level broadcaster in China to deploy a hyper-realistic digital host on a main news program. Also in March 2023, Hailan was presented at the National Two Sessions Metaverse Studio in Beijing, an appearance outside Shandong that extended the character's national profile, and the station's Qilu channel, Qilu Pindao, launched a separate digital character, a 2.5-dimensional digital human called Su Xiaomei, developed using deep learning technology for natural speech and movement. In April 2023, Shandong Yiqianhe Digital Technology released Hailan's official concept video, and the station publicly announced a broader initiative to digitize 50 real hosts using bionic-level technology with the aim of building a comprehensive digital host database, with Hailan serving as the inaugural realization of that program. In April 2023, the Digital Human Virtual Recommendation Officer, Shi Yi, was formally launched at the 2023 Qingdao Film and Television Week by Qingdao Haifa Culture Group, Qingdao Haifa Wenhua Jituan, in Qingdao's West Coast New Area. Shi is a male digital human described as born in Qingdao, standing 185 centimeters tall, and designed as a virtual actor bridging digital and physical presentation. His name means picking up memories, alluding to Qingdao's century of film history as a production city. In June 2023, the World Internet Conference Digital Civilization Nishan Dialogue 世界互联网大会数字文明 Nishan 对话 was held at Kufu Nishan Sacred Land in Shandong, constituting the first thematic activity after the World Internet Conference became an international organization. At the event, 360 Group, San Liu Ling, founder Zhou Hongyi, demonstrated AI-powered digital employee capabilities built on 360 SmartBrain, 360 now, generating a Nishan Scenic Area tourism promotional video in approximately 3 seconds, and publicly discussed the concept of creating a Confucius digital human for local tourism promotion. In August 2023, Shandong radio and television station launched Daiqing, described as China's first hyper-realistic male digital broadcaster, also created by the Metaverse and AI Innovation Laboratory through Shandong Yikanhe Digital Technology. Named from the same classical Du Fu poem line that provided Hailan's name, Daiqing was planned for deployment in cultural variety programming, including National Studies Young Masters, 国学小明士, on Shandong Satellite TV, and together Hailan and Daiqing formed the broadcaster's symbolic mountains and sea pairing representing Shandong's geographic identity. In August and September 2023, the 27th Cross-Strait Economic and Trade Conference held a Metaverse Industry Cooperation Forum in Weifang, where 10 projects were formally signed, and the Weifang Metaverse Industry Alliance was inaugurated, drawing directly on the province-wide policy framework established earlier that year. In September 2023, Professor Liu Shuwei, director of the Shandong University Digihuman Research Institute, delivered a keynote report at the Digihuman Technology Innovation and Industry Application Forum held alongside the China International Digital Economy Expo in Shijiazhuang, Hebei. While the presentation occurred outside Shandong, it placed the province's academic digital human community prominently in the national policy conversation. Also, in September 2023, 6 provincial departments jointly issued the Guidance on Accelerating Metaverse Industry Innovation and Development, 山东省加快元宇宙产业创新发展的指导意见，绿工新电子2023-181号, which explicitly named digital human generation as a key metaverse application software category to develop alongside three-dimensional image engines and trusted data space construction. The guidance set targets of 1.5 trillion yuan in metaverse-related industry scale by 2025, more than 3,000 patents, and over 100 ecosystem enterprises. And it designated 5 major industry parks, including Jinan Kilu Software Park, Qingdao Virtual Reality Industry Park, and Weifang Metaverse Future Innovation Valley. By that year, Shandong ranked second nationally after Guangdong, tied with Zhejiang, in new digital human and virtual human enterprise registrations, adding more than 76,000 new companies in a single year, according to the China Virtual Digital Human Influence Index report. In October 2023, the International VR Innovation Conference held in Qingdao featured dual interaction between real and virtual hosts, showcasing digital human presenter integration in professional conference programming within the province. In December 2023, Hailan debuted as a real-time sign language anchor on Shandong radio and television station's flash live room, Shandian Zibojian, on the news channel, a technically demanding application requiring synchronized lip movement, sign language gesture generation, and live broadcast delivery simultaneously within a single digital human system. This capability subsequently received first prize in the Virtual Digital Human Technology Application category at the National Radio and Television Administration's third Broadcasting and Network AI Application Innovation Competition, the results of which were announced in April 2024. In February 2024, Jinan Broadcasting and Television Station, Jinan Yanbo Dianshi Tai, debuted 2 digital hosts in its Spring Festival programming, Beichen, described as an AI observer, and Sichuan. Both characters belong to the municipal broadcaster rather than the provincial station, and their Spring Festival appearances represented the expansion of digital host deployment to the Jinan City broadcasting tier. By March 2024, the Kufu Free Confucius Site Scenic Area, Kufu San Kongjingqiu, had launched an AI guide system called Yu Senkong, developed by Shanyan Digital Technology, Shandong Co. Ltd. 雅山岩数字科技 Shandong 有限责任公司, and featuring augmented reality-based guidance with GPS-triggered commentary. A digital human character named Kong Xiaoqiu was developed as an upgrade to the system and confirmed operational by March 2025, giving the Confucian Heritage Site a named embodied digital guide persona. In May 2024, Inspur Intelligent Terminal Lyco Alidi Langchao 智能终端有限公司, based in Jinan, was reported to have developed AI interactive digital humans through its digital human product department led by General Manager Wang Peiyuan. The system used two-dimensional video-driven technology and could produce 4K resolution digital human models within hours from as little as 2 minutes of source video footage, employing more than 10 underlying algorithms, including three-dimensional motion field face deformation, image, super resolution processing, and voice cloning. In June 2024, Rizhao Broadcasting and Television Station, Rizhao Yanbo Dianshitai, launched a digital host named Jixia, modeled on real presenter Wang Jixia, for deployment in news coverage. Jixia's arrival marked digital human adoption reaching smaller Shandong cities beyond the provincial and capital level broadcasters, extending the institutional presenter model across the province's media landscape. In July 2024, Shandong Radio and Television Station launched Hailan New Voice, Hailan Xinsheng, described as the station's first AI digital host television news column, co-produced by the news channel and Shandong Yiqianhe Digital Technology. The program aired every Sunday and used AI-assisted topic selection combined with a one-click digital host generation workflow to produce news segments, representing a move from individual digital human appearances toward a standing program format built around a digital presenter. Also in July 2024, the 32nd National Book Trade Fair, DI 30届全国图书交易博览会, was held at the Shandong International Convention and Exhibition Center in Jinan, where the exhibition area organized by Jinan Publishing House, Jinan 出版社, deployed a digital human Li Qingdao character to engage visitors in real-time conversations about Jinan cuisine, tourism routes, and poetry games using AI-generated content technology, attracting attention as one of the most effective visitor engagement activities at the National Fair. In August 2024, the China Anatomy Society organized expert appraisal for Shandong Digihuman Technology's new product lines in Shandong, certifying both the three-dimensional printed human simulation model and the digital human STEM anatomy system as domestically pioneering and internationally advanced, extending the company's record of formal academic certification. During 2024, Jinan's smart computing capacity reached 4,763 petaflops, with 11 large models filed with national authorities representing 64.7% of all Shandong provincial filings, establishing the provincial capital as the primary AI computing center supporting the province's digital human infrastructure. In September 2024, at the first Education Digital Human Competition, 受在教育数字人大赛, held in Beijing, Shandong University of Art and Design, Shandong 工艺美术学院, submitted 4 projects to the finals and received 2 second prizes, 1 third prize, and 1 participation award. While the competition occurred outside Shandong, the results demonstrated the province's growing academic capacity in applied digital human design education. During 2024, Shandong Radio and Television Station developed an emergency broadcasting digital human rapid release system for the Shandong Radio and TV Bureau, using Hailan as the broadcast personality for emergency alerts and designing the system to operate on the emergency broadcasting internet without internet connectivity, providing resilient real-time digital human broadcast capability for public safety communications across the province. Also during 2024, the Government Service Center in Jinan's Tianqiao district deployed an embodied digital human guide named Xiaoqiao, capable of responding to more than 700 common questions about administrative procedures, policies and regulations, representing the penetration of digital human technology into frontline public service delivery within Shandong. In November 2024, Beijing the Heng Law Offices, Beijing the Hehenglu Shi Shiwusuo, and Shandong the Heng Law Offices, Shandong the Henglu Shi Shiwusuo, jointly launched an AI virtual digital human program at their Shandong Regional Business Center. The first batch comprised 8 digital human lawyers representing 8 practice areas: criminal civil crossover matters, criminal law, securities, finance, trust and wealth management, construction and real estate, corporate affairs, and international trade and customs. The technology was provided by Xiaobing, North China Operations Center and Jingxi Digital Technology, and Executive Director Yang Peiyin described the initiative as part of the firm's digital branding strategy, making it one of the earliest Chinese law firm deployments of named practice area specific AI digital human lawyer figures. Also in November 2024, 2 interrelated milestones occurred simultaneously in Jinan: the Qilu culture model, Qilu Wenhua de Moxing, Shandong's first cultural large language model, open for public beta testing, and Qifeng, and Luyun, debuted as the first pair of Qilu digital culture recommendation officers, Qilu Shuzi Wenhua Tuijianguan. Both three-dimensional, ultra-realistic digital humans built on the Yidian Tiancheng digital human platform, which had by that point produced more than 60 digital human products in total. The Qilu culture model integrated 6 content areas with 46 Shandong cultural markers and approximately 20 billion data entries, received dual registration from the Cyberspace Administration of China, and was subsequently referenced in the 2025 Shandong Provincial Government Work Report. In December 2024, a sports digital human named Good Luck, Hao Yun, was unveiled at the Good Luck Shandong Marathon City League Awards ceremony at Jinan Rongchuang Mall. Organized by the Shandong Provincial Sports Bureau and co-organized by the Shandong Provincial Sports Industry Development Service Center and Jinan Daily Newspaper Group, with companion mascot intellectual property characters named Hao Hao, and Yunbao, released at the same ceremony. Later in December 2024, the digital human host Lu Yun appeared as a presenter at the opening ceremony of the 3rd Jinan International Biennale at the Shandong Art Museum, themed Human Intelligence Era, Renji Shidai, an exhibition featuring works by more than 200 artists from 21 countries and regions, marking Lu Yun's integration into flagship contemporary art programming in Jinan. In January 2025, Shandong Electronics Vocational College, Shandong Dianzi Zhiyejizu Xueyuan, in Jinan launched Xiaoshan, and Xiaodian, described as the first independently developed digital humans produced by a Shandong Vocational College. Named using characters homophonous with the college's abbreviated title and developed with a dragon horse spirit design concept by the college's Cultural Research Institute Director Song Zhiqiang. The characters were co-published with Jiangqiu Integrated Media, and coverage appeared in Xinhua, People's Daily, and Guangming Daily. In April 2025, Shandong Digital Culture Group Co-Renkai Limited, Shandong Shuzi Wenhua Jituan Youxian Gongsi, was formally established in Qingdao at the Shandong Cultural and Technological Deep Integration Innovation Conference, a provincial-level state-owned cultural enterprise operating under Dazhong Media Group, Dazhongbao Yejituan. The group assumed operational responsibility for the Qilu culture model and the Yidian Tianqing digital human platform. By mid-2025, the organization had accumulated 53 national patents, more than 130 software copyrights, and 21 national technology invention patents, and the Qilu culture model had received 5-star certification from the China Academy of Information and Communications Technology. In May 2025, at the 19th Oriental Congress of Cardiology, held in Shanghai, an AI digital twin of Chinese Academy of Sciences academician, Gejumbo, from Fudan University, Zhongshan Hospital was unveiled. Built on the CardioMind Guanxin Damo thing, cardiovascular AI model, developed by Zhongshan Hospital and the Shanghai Scientific Intelligence Research Institute, the digital twin incorporated a Shandong accent reflecting academician Ge's provincial origins, encoding Shandong cultural identity into a digital figure deployed outside the province. In June and July 2025, the Shandong Securities Regulatory Bureau issued a correction order and warning letter to Shandong Digihuman Technology for financial reporting irregularities, including misstated revenue recognition for fiscal years 2021 through 2023, and identified deficiencies in the internal controls related to contract management, procurement, and accounts receivable. The regulatory action introduced a material governance caveat into the trajectory of the province's flagship medical digital human company. In October 2025, the Qilu Talent, Qilu Rankai, platform deployed an AI virtual host at job fairs in Jinan, operating a real-time AI livestream job matching system that introduced participating companies, directed job seekers to booth locations, and answered questions in real time. At a single event, the system handled more than 1,000 questions and facilitated tens of thousands of effective employment matching interactions, demonstrating the application of digital human presenter technology to large-scale labor market services within Shandong. Also in October 2025, the 10th China International Copyright Expo, 第十届中国国际版权博览会, was held at the Qingdao International Convention and Exhibition Center in Laoshan District, drawing 57 exhibition groups and more than 1,100 enterprises across approximately 50,000 square meters, where Shandong Digital Culture Group exhibited an interactive, holographic Confucius digital human, capable of engaging visitors in substantive conversations about Confucian philosophy, alongside demonstrations of the Qilu culture model and virtual reality experiences of Shandong historical sites. Later in October 2025, the ASEAN Plus 3 AI Industry Development Forum was held at the Jinan Sunak International Conference Center, themed Smart Wisdom from the East, Digital Connection for the Future, 自己东方数联未来, with more than 60 international guests from Association of Southeast Asian Nations member states and from Japan and South Korea, attending alongside more than 100 Chinese AI enterprise representatives, producing the Jinan AI Regional Cooperation Initiative and a supply-demand matching list covering 100 enterprises and 100 scenarios. In October and November 2025, Shandong Digihuman Technology participated in the 138th Canton Fair Phase 3 in Guangzhou, appearing in the fair's inaugural Intelligent Healthcare Zone. This activity occurred outside Shandong. In November 2025, the company exhibited its anatomy education products at Medica, the International Medical Trade Fair in Dusseldorf, Germany, and later that month, participated in the Rosmedor Academic Conference in Moscow in support of its Russian distribution partner. In December 2025, Shandong Digihuman Technology returned to Moscow for Russian Healthcare Week 2025 at Crocus Expo, completing a sustained international exhibition program across 2 months in 2 countries. Also in December 2025, the company provided technical support for the 4th National Medical Morphology Competition Finals hosted by Shandong University, Qilu Medical College, Shandong Daxue Qilu Yixueyuan in Jinan, bringing its digital anatomy tools back into direct service at a major national academic competition in the province and closing out the decade with the same medical digital human specialism with which Shandong had first distinguished itself 10 years earlier.